So imagine you're living in Metropolis, right? And Doomsday comes out of nowhere and starts terrorizing the city. So obviously Superman comes in to help. So when Superman gets there, he starts throwing things at Doomsday, to try to get him to stop. And you see him pick up your newly paid off 2011 Honda Accord. He throws it at Doomsday and the car shatters into 1,000 pieces. Your engine is fucked up. Everything's gone. What do you do from that point? You just paid it off. You don't have money for another car right now. What's next on your agenda? Me personally, I'll have to ball up into a little ball and cry right then and there. I just paid off that Honda. You know how long it took me working at McDonald's to be able to finally pay for that Honda, and Superman just throw it at something. You think my insurance gonna believe me when I say, oh, a man in a blue suit with the red underwear threw my car at a monster on the highway? They gonna say, get your high ass off of our phone line. Then they're gonna go to the next caller. No one's gonna believe that. But that's just one of the many downsides of living in some fictional places. Hello everyone, I am Roast Jobs, and today I want to talk about the worst fictional places to live in, part 2. If you haven't watched part 1, it's probably right there at the top right. Feel free to go check it out. But without further ado, let's get right into it. First up, I got Chicago, because there is absolutely no way that Chicago is a real place in the United States. Now, I know what you're going to say, but Chicago is real. Chicago is real. I have family there. Your family are probably either King Von disciples or innocent people that mind their business. There's no like in between. So if you don't know who King Von is, he was a rapper. He rapped about a lot of the horrible things he did to people, and he had an alleged, I think he had 13 people that he had murdered. So that's a bad guy. So there's plenty of memes going around saying, oh, King Von was King Von was watching over the streets of Chicago looking for a very innocent man to kill, and etc, etc. So overall, King Von, not a cool guy, overly glorified in rap. But King Von did a lot of bad things, which made Chicago a meme. So I would never want to live there. Chicago is like, it's like you're walking into a war zone. For what? Why? Now I'm sure there's some good upscale nice places in Chicago, but if you go to like O Block or literally any of those bad areas, you're cooked. Like, think about it. You could be trying to walk to your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever's house. You have to walk past O Block. Think about it. You get snatched up, black bag over your head, kidnapped, thrown in a van. You wake up, there's somebody injecting you with King Von's spinal fluid. So now you're finna turn into one of the disciples of King Von, and now you're finna just be an evil person for the rest of your life. That's insane. That's why I wouldn't want to live in Chicago. Right along. Next up, I got Meteor City from Hunter x Hunter. Now, Meteor City was literally like a dump. Like, it was nothing there in the beginning. And that's where the Phantom Troop formed. And here's some quick little Hunter x Hunter lore. If you don't know anything about Hunter x Hunter, the Phantom Troop is basically Hunter x Hunter's Akatsuki. Now, if you don't know who the Akatsuki is, let's just say that the Phantom Troop is a really bad group of people that do bad things and kill a lot of people and steal. That's who originated from Meteor City. Now, you're telling me that I have no other options besides going to like the worst place in the entire verse, probably getting robbed, stabbed, murdered, etc, etc, in Meteor City. Why would I live there? I'd rather live on the street, like literally anywhere else on the street. Matter of fact, I would rather have been a part of the Kurta clan when they all got killed rather than me living in Meteor City. You don't know, you don't understand. The worst people, some of the worst people in Hunter x Hunter, some of the worst people in Hunter x Hunter gathered there and made a group. Did you hear what I just said? Like, the worst people. Like, I'm talking like murderers, thieves, anything you can think of. Bad guys. They originated in Meteor City. I would not fit in with that group. I'm cooked if I ever lived there. Move right along. Next up, I got wherever the Hunger Games was. I remember I read the book. I think I read the Mockingjay one when I was in like 8th grade. And honestly, those sections that people lived in, except like one of them, were terrible. Wherever Katniss was from was terrible. Those were the slums, bro. Like, I'm talking, you barely had enough food to eat. If you don't go fight in these Hunger Games, you're cooked, etc, etc. So like, plus I'll have to fight in the Hunger. It's a big, well, not a big chance. It's a chance I'll have to fight in the Hunger Games. Why would I want to do that in my right mind? Why? Like, think about it. I go to the Hunger Games, I step on my platform, immediately a mine blows up at my feet, strictly because they didn't want me to win. You got to think, the rich people in the Hunger Games control everything that goes on in there, and if it doesn't like line up to their standards, they will find a way to kill the contestants or make things go in the way that they wanted to. So hypothetically, if they didn't want me to win the Hunger Games, I just wouldn't. There wouldn't be any surviving for me. And also, I'm not elite with a bow. I'm not elite with anything. I'm gonna die in the Hunger Games. And not even being in the Hunger Games, being in the place that they lived, like I said, it was the slums. There was nothing around. It's like Chicago, but even more bad. Like, think about it. Katniss fought for every little bit of food she had. I think her dad died when she was really young, and her mom didn't step up to help raise her brother or sister, whatever she had. And it was just terrible living conditions. Honestly, it's just not something I'll survive in. Next up, I got wherever The Walking Dead took place. Now, me personally, honestly, I can handle The Walking Dead. When the zombies start running is when I'm cooked. Like, if it's World War Z zombies and they're running and sprinting and climbing over each other, give me the gun. I'm finna paint the walls with my brain matter. I can't survive that. If a zombie is running a 4 flat, how am I gonna get away from it? If the zombie's running fast enough to catch it with my car and breaking my window, you can have it. You can have me, big bro. I'm not even gonna survive. Like, I'm cooked. The thing is, I'm not an unathletic guy. I'm not matching the pace of like 40 zombies sprinting full speed at me, and they can climb too. But the Walking Dead zombies, oh, that's barbecue chicken. That's easy. Just walk slightly faster than them, and you're fine. They're called walkers. You know, they don't really run. I don't think it was any running zombies in that show. So I would have been fine in The Walking Dead. I still wouldn't want to live there. Everybody probably stank. You could barely find guns and food. Living in a group is kind of like a shitty thing, but a good thing, because you got more people to look out for you, but you got more mouths to feed. You know, it's just too much stuff that goes into that, and I personally wouldn't want to be a part of it. Last but not least, I got The Purge, and I'm sorry if this video is moving kind of fast. I'm very sick right now, and it sucks because it's the day after Christmas, but I wanted to record to get back into my rhythm. But last up, I got The Purge. Now, do I even have to speak on that? Honestly, depending on where I lived, The Purge wouldn't really affect me. Like, if I lived in like Section 8 and everyone around me just didn't have the energy for the Purge because they could get nothing out of robbing each other, and they'll go rob like rich people or something, I'm fine. Come in my house and try to take what? My dirt? What are you gonna take from me? Nothing. But in the Purge, it could always be that one person that just runs up on you and kills you just for the fuck of it. Like, they do it just because why not? They're not gonna get anything bad happening to them because it's, you know, illegal to kill everyone for 12 hours. Me personally, I would not want to live there. And I know this is not really my best video because I'm sick, really sick. You might be able to hear it in my voice, but I'm probably gonna go to sleep directly after I record this. I'm not sure when this video is gonna come out, but thank y'all a lot for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. I love all of y'all. That's really all I got for y'all today. That's really all. Thank y'all.